Hey there, I'm Jema, and over the past few years, I've become very interested in onomatology, the study of names. I never really liked my name until I researched the meaning of it. My name means paradigm shifter, and I'd like to shift your paradigm by shining a light on onomatology and how it can potentially help you find your purpose, help you communicate better with others, or even both. In each episode, I ask someone 8 basic questions regarding their name that focuses on onomatology. So sit back, relax, and try to shift your paradigm with this next episode. All right. So thank you so much, Joy, for being on the podcast today. I am going to ask you the set of 8 questions, and we will go ahead and get started with the first one. So,
Sounds good.
awesome. Thanks for being on it.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So, without using Google, do you know the meaning of your name? And it's pretty straightforward.
Yes. Well, with the name Joy, it means exactly what it sounds like. You could come up
Yeah.
with synonyms like delight, or it's really more than happiness. The concept of
Hmm.
joy there's an excitement to it that,
Hmm.
it goes beyond happiness. But yeah, it means exactly like what it sounds like. It means joy, delight,
Yeah.
great happiness.
Do you know of any other names that are exactly what they mean? Because I think that's kind of cool, like how it's just like you automatically know it's joy, you know?
Yes, yes. Well, I think that there are some other names, you hear of other like attributes, let's say like faith or hope, or even things like charity or things
Yeah.
like that. There are similar names like that, but yeah, joy is a pretty straightforward one. Everybody knows what it means as soon as they hear it.
Yeah. And I just did like a little look up just because I was like, okay, joy is straightforward, but it also said great pleasure or happiness.
Yes.
And yeah, and I usually pick like one word for the year, and actually joy is my word for this year.
Oh, that's a great word.
Yeah, because I think it, like you said, it's much more than happiness, for sure.
Yes,
It's like a state of
absolutely.
mind almost for me. So,
Yeah, it definitely comes straight from the heart. It's a
mhm,
state of being, even beyond, like through the good times and the bad, you can have joy, and
mhm.
it's an excitement. It fuels you, it keeps you going every day.
Yeah. So it sounds like you like your name, or have you ever not liked your name?
No, I've really always liked my name. It's unique, but at the same time, it's not very uncommon. It's a common middle name. Happens to be
Yeah.
my first name. But no, I've always liked my name. I've never like really wanted to change it or anything. Obviously, yeah, it's always been a good name for me. I feel
Hmm.
like it. It's pretty descriptive
Okay.
of myself.
Awesome. And how did your parents choose your name?
So actually, they really liked the name, and they were going to name my oldest brother Joy, actually, but then he was a boy,
Interesting.
so they
Oh yeah.
decided to name him something else instead.
Okay.
But I come from a large family, so I kind of feel almost like my name was almost saved for me, if you know what I mean. All my older siblings are
Yeah.
either brothers, or there was another reason that my older sister was named something else instead as well. So when my parents got to me, I'm the fourth. So they're like, I've always liked that name. Both of them
Mhm.
were like, I've always liked that name. Let's use it for this one if it's a girl.
Yeah.
So they did.
That's interesting you say that because the word joy as a name, it seems feminine, but as a word, it technically is gender neutral because
That's
men
true.
can have joy
Yep.
too. So I think that that's kind of interesting.
And I have run into men named Joy. It's much, much less frequent.
Really? Do you know
Yeah.
like very many people with the name Joy? Like is it like on one hand how many you could count that you've met, or is it like
I'd
a lot
say
of
as a
people?
first name, I could count on one hand the number of people I've known personally who are named
Okay.
Joy. I've never known any guys named Joy. I've just heard of them. I think it was more common
Gotcha.
in the 1800s.
Gotcha. That makes sense. And you already answered the fourth question if you said you never wanted to change your name, right?
No, no, I've always liked my name.
Okay. Great. And if you were forced to change your name, what would you change it to and why?
Yeah, that's kind of a fun question because you kind of think about it's like what happens if, let's say, you ended up in a, I don't know, maybe a witness protection type thing. What would you choose? And I think I would choose a name that had the same first letter as my name. I just think it would be simpler. Um,
Okay.
not that I have a lot of monogrammed stuff, but at the same time, I think that would add a layer of simplicity. So I think if I was going for something a little very common, I'd probably go for something like Jessica. But I really like the name Jasmine. So as long as it was a situation where I could go for a name that was a little bit more unique,
Hmm.
Jasmine sounds like a cool name. It starts with a
Yeah.
J. It's a flower.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Nice.
fun.
I like it. Very cool. That's a good reason.
Yeah.
With the initials. I like that. And I can't imagine that your name has ever been mispronounced.
You would think so. I think that it's more than mispronounced. People have just gotten the wrong name altogether. They leave the Y off and they think that my name is
Joe.
Joe, which,
Oh, interesting. Because your
yeah, for
name's
me,
3 letters and they
I
get
know.
that lazy.
Yeah, you'd think that you could just, yeah, it's not that hard. But it has happened a few times where they just thought
Interesting.
that it was Joe, at which point it's like, well, that's not my name. I have nothing wrong with the name Joe, but that's not
Yeah.
me. And I prefer it. I've also had people misspell my name putting an E instead of the Y. And it's
Mm,
like, well, that's really not my name, Joe. That's
yeah. That's Joe.
that's not my name either. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's not really mispronouncing as much as just misspelling. But I would,
Okay.
I don't know, I don't really. I think it's pretty simple. You know,
Yeah. Did you have any kind of emotion when somebody mispronounced your name?
I thought it was funny. It's like
Hmm.
it's only
Yeah.
3 letters long. How hard is it? But they just
Yeah.
missed that Y somehow.
Oh, yeah. All right. And do you think that the meaning of your name has any relevance on the way that you act or see the world around you? And if yes, how?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, ever since I was young, really, people have come up to me and they're like, "You're just so joyful." It's like you come into the room and it's like joy's here, and I mean, I find that to be a compliment, really. But I find it even more of a compliment when people don't even know what my name is because it just shows that it's a part of me. But I would definitely say that having joy as my name has really caused me to pursue that more. What with everybody coming up to me and saying it's like you're just like your name. It's really caused me to go in deeper into what my name means and just be a little bit more intentional. I really feel like that joy, that delight, that excitement is contagious, and I
Hmm.
really like to come alongside people and share that. And so, yeah, I'd say every day what my name is and who it is to me is definitely part of my identity for sure.
I think that's really neat. I love that.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, very cool. And I think just for me, like joy, when you say it and when you see it, like it just kind of brings the intention of feeling content or happy to at
Yes.
least like to be in the forefront of your mind. And I think that that's a good thing because like life can be so hard and challenging and we have a choice on how we react to everything around us. So,
Absolutely. And you were talking earlier about it being a state of being, something internal
mhm,
from the heart. And so, when you just live with intentional joy, you just have a really happy life. So
yeah, I
I like
agree.
that.
Me too. All right, the last question. So in the Bible, Sarai was changed to Sarah, Abram was changed to Abraham, and Saul was changed to Paul. Regardless of any kind of religious views or preferences that you have, do you think that since this was mentioned in the most famous book of all time, what do you think like the significance of that is in the Bible?
I think with those three particularly, their names, their new names really pointed to their identities,
Hmm.
who they are, what they were stepping into. With, Abraham, he was really coming into being that identity even before it came about. He knew he was going to be a father and he started going by that name and he became a father. And same with Sarah versus Sarah. And then with Saul, everybody knew who Saul was. He was
Mhm.
pretty infamous, honestly. And then later on, he became known as Paul. It was kind of like everybody knew him by a different name. He'd stepped into something new.
Mhm.
And I think that there's just the significance in your name and who you are as a person. Even just like I know also in the Bible and Revelation, it talks about the new name that God has for us written on a white stone. I love that verse. And
Ah, yes. I
yeah,
remember that. Thank
yeah.
you for
So
bringing it to light. That's cool.
yeah, so I really feel like the name, what God calls us, even, and how He sees us, is reflected in those stories in the Bible, and
Mhm.
how our identities are really captured in how people relate to us and what they call us.
Gotcha. Yeah, very cool. I like it. All right. Well, those are all my questions that I have for you. I really appreciate you being on the podcast and really nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's uh,
Yeah, of
it's fun. It sounds like a really
course.
cool project you've got going on.
Thank you. Yeah, stay tuned. There will be a lot of names throughout the next few months. So I'll
Looking
be,
forward to it.
yeah, thank you. Me too.